First, I will describe about the appraisal concepts, which appraisal concepts we are adopting in Smart SCM. So actually, Smart SCMs cover the 360 feedback appraisal, where the different types of different appraiser can evaluate the single employee. So the different appraiser, like his immediate boss, also can appraise. The head of the department also can appraise, and also subordinates also can appraise to the employees. This is called the Smart SCM. This is the 360-degree feedback appraisal. So Smart SCM is following the 360-degree feedback appraisal. One more thing, not only the 360-degree appraisal Smart SCM is following, there are 3 types of appraisal Smart SCM is providing. One appraisal is objective appraisal. What is the objective appraisal? Objective appraisal actually examine and evaluate an employee on specific targets assigned to him. The performance appraisal, it's examine, evaluate employees' work behavior by comparing it with preset standards. Preset standards as per his positions. Personal appraisal. The personal appraisal examine and evaluate employee on personality traits. His actually personality traits, characteristics that is distinct to an individual. So there are 3 types of appraisal we are covering in Smart SCM. Now there are some terminologies we will use later. You should know these terminologies. First thing, appraiser. Who is appraiser? Actually, the person who will appraise or evaluate or will provide the feedback, he will be called the appraiser. And the employee who will be appraised, he will be called appraisee. Okay, so here this is appraiser, this is appraisee. He has to appraise many employees. Now, another thing another terminology we need to understand, appraiser type. Appraiser type, because in the 360-degree appraisal, there are many feedback required. Some companies takes the feedback from managers, subordinate, and some companies also involve to provide the feedback by the customers. But because customers are not included in the employee self-service, so Smart SCM covers 360-degree appraisal by all employees. Who is employee? He can appraise. So manager, direct reportee, feedback receiver will receive the feedback from the peer, manager, direct reportee, or any other person who includes in the company, who is the employee of the company. This will be called the appraiser type. Now, another things, as I told you that the Smart SCM covers the 3 types of appraisal. First thing, objectives appraisal. So in the objective appraisal, this is the complete appraisal where the specific targets are assigned to the employee. Normally, his immediate boss assigns the targets to the employee at the beginning of the appraisal period, and during the appraisal period, employees has to work on these targets and has to achieve these targets. After the appraisal period end, the employees will be evaluated by the appraiser that actually has he done the targets or how much done how much done he has done the targets. So appraiser will evaluate on his target because he assigned these targets. So actually, there are two types of targets: the qualitative targets or qualitative objectives. So anything which is non-measurable, it is called the qualitative objectives. Non-measurable mean, for example, supervisor given the targets to the employee that he has to develop the project management software during from this date to this date or within 2 months. So this is the targets he has to develop. He has to develop the new project. So it means this is this targets non-measurable. Mean you cannot measure that. You have to do the other thing, quantitative targets. Yeah, quantitative objectives. Normally these targets are given to the salesperson employee that you have to achieve to sell this product. How much number of days? How much number of how much in this area? For example, this product you have to sell in the Riyadh area 10. This is your targets. This is the quantitative targets or quantitative objectives. Sometimes I am calling him targets. Sometimes I am calling him objective. Actually, all things same. Sometimes this terminology called the goal. So objective, targets, or the goal, all things same. So all both types of targets, qualitative objectives or the quantitative objectives system, SCM system covers both type of objectives. Now the next things to evaluate the employee. Other things is attributes and attributes category. You can see the picture. It will illustrate you that what is the attribute and what is the attribute category. For example, you have to evaluate employee and you have to identify that employee have a soft skills or not. For example, so it means the soft skills is a category, attribute category. And there are many attributes of soft skills. Positive attitude, interview skills, has he or not? He has team management skills or not? So there are many attributes employees can be evaluated under these attributes. So this is called this all circles are attributes, and all attributes can be defined under relevant category. So there are actually two types of attributes here in the Smart SCM. Performance attributes and the personal attributes. Actually, as I told you that Smart SCM covers three types of appraisal: objective appraisal, personal appraisals, and performance appraisal. So attributes also can be distinguished performance-based attributes and the personal-based attributes. So what is the performance-based attributes? Performance-based attributes assist both managers and staff in defining what job success looks like in terms of how to work performed, not just in terms of what was achieved. And the personal attribute is a characteristics that is distinct to an individual. As an example, attributes are goods under I already told you that under any category. One example I have given here that, for example, there is the attribute punctuality. You have to evaluate an employee that he is punctual or not. So the punctuality is an attribute. Another attribute, attendance. You have to evaluate the employee that employees come regularly, daily, or many times he absent. So this is the attribute you can evaluate by attendance attribute. The next thing, personal appearance. Employees come with the good appearance, good dressing or not, or what is the his personal appearance and image. So all you can see that all these attributes we can put under the discipline category, because all things relevant with the discipline. So discipline is the category and all these are the attributes. Position attributes. Okay, we can evaluate the employee by attributes, but not all employees attributes should be same, because the job nature of employees are different. The attributes to measure, to evaluate the employee for and the technical position like software engineer will be the different. But if you will evaluate the salesperson, the attributes should be the different. If you will evaluate the HR employee, the attribute should be the different. So you will have to distinguish that which position should have which types of attribute. You will have to select the attribute for the position. This is called the position attributes. So each position, some attributes can be same for all positions. Like as I told you, punctuality, attendance, all discipline relevant matters or attributes can be same in all positions, but some attributes can be different. Now the next thing is rating. How you will evaluate that employee is perfect or not perfect against each attribute. You will have to provide the rating actually. Or you have to evaluate that actually employee achieve the objectives as you have given in the starting of the appraisal period or not. How you will evaluate? Maybe employee have achieved the targets, but a little bit, not all. So how will you evaluate that employee how much achieve the target, or employee how much fit as per these attributes? So you will have to provide the ratings. So rating can be provided as per the rating scale. You can define rating by yourself. Some examples of rating you can see like excellent, very good, good, not good, bad. Or you can define rating as per the different attributes. You also can define, you also have an option to define the rating different for each attribute. You also have an option. And you also can define same rating for all attributes. You also have option. For some attributes, you want to define attributes rating like this. I can't stand this and ready to explode. The rating score is 5. I am getting 2 and the rating score 4, like this. But here, some use the lowest rating mean, number 1 mean highest rating, but not here. In the SCM, it means the highest rating mean the highest score, and lowest rating 1 mean low score. Now the next thing is weightage. Weightage. For example, you have to evaluate an employee. The employee position is software engineer, and you have 10 attributes in which you have to evaluate the employee. But actually, not all attributes are having same weightage. Maybe some attributes have greater weightage, and maybe some have lowest weightage. So you can distinguish attributes as per the weightage. Not only the attributes you can distinguish by the weightage. Now the many terminologies already I have told you. Appraisal types, because you know in the 360-degree appraisal there are many type of appraiser can do the appraisal, but maybe not all appraisers are same have weightage. The immediate boss has the actual boss and he knows well to the employee, so it means he should have a greater weightage. If he will do the appraisal, we should count and consider his weightage more. But for example, subordinate, because maybe subordinate is not satisfied with his supervisor, so he will do the wrong comments or wrong evaluate. No problem. We will take, but we can put this appraiser lower weightage. So we can distinguish in the smart SQL system. We can distinguish many things as per the weightage. We can define the appraisal types have different weightage. We can define appraisal types also have different weightage. Appraisal type, what does it mean? Appraisal type, there are three appraisal types: personal, performance, and objective appraisal. So, for example, for some employees, you don't want to do the all type of appraisal. You have to do the performance appraisal. So you can define the performance appraisal have 100 weightage because you have not to do any appraisal. But for some employees, like some management level employees, you want all three types of appraisal. One type of appraisal, objective appraisal, because he's manager. So manager will give some targets to him, and he has to evaluate some targets. Also, the performance appraisal, all as per the preset target, presets attributes, he will be evaluated. Personal also have to do, but you want that the performance appraisal is a huge appraisal, is a most important appraisal, and you have to count the performance appraisal more and the objective appraisal and personal appraisal little bit. So how you can do this? By distinguishing the weightage of each appraisal type. You can also define that the appraisal type performance have a 70% weightage and the personal 20% and objective appraisal only 10%. You can distinguish also appraisal type or weightage. So appraisal type, you can define different weightage, different objectives. Each objective you can define different weightage, and as per the position, you can define different attributes have a different weightage as per the position. Because for example, there is a attribute leadership attribute. You have to check this employee have the ability of leadership or not, and this attribute you have to check for example, junior software engineer also have, senior software engineer also have the team leader. So there will be the different weightage for different position. Attribute same, but for the junior software engineer, the weightage will be low because he will take some time in the company, 1 to 2 years, and then he will be able for this attributes. He will be providing this attributes ability after some time. But same attribute, leadership attribute, weightage will be more for the senior software engineer or team leader position. So in the system, you also can distinguish attributes weightage by the position. Another concept you should must understand. This is the appraisal group. Now you have 2,000 employees. and all implies you have to perform the appraisal for all implies with same attributes and same weightage and same appraisal. All implies have to do the three appraisal, three appraisal types: performance, personal, objective, and all things same. Appraisal cycle also same. Like appraisal cycle, all have to appraise after a year annually. So if all things are same, so no need to define the groups. So why and when you will have to you will have to define the group if there is something changed. Which thing is changed? I have mentioned here. One thing, appraisal cycle. If some group you want to make that you have to appraise annually, and you have to make appraisal from 1 Jan to 1 Jan to 31st December. But another group, you have to do the appraisal annually, but from 1st July to the 30th June. This is the date change. But annually, you will have to distinguish the group. This is the one base. Or for example, one group you have to do the appraisal monthly, and one group you have to do the appraisal quarterly. One group you have to do the appraisal biannually. You will have to distinguish the group. Or another setting, appraisal setting. For example, all employees will be appraised during the annual appraisals, and all employees have did same. But for some employees, you have to perform the performance appraisal, and some employees you have to perform the all type of appraisal. Mean objective, performance, person, all types. It means group change. So you will have to distinguish the different groups. Or it is same, but there is some appraisal setting change. What does it mean? For some employees, you want that you want the 360-degree appraisal. Mean there are multiple appraisal will provide the feedback. His immediate supervisor, his head of the department, his subordinate, his peer. There are many inputs required for some employees. But for other employees, you don't want the many inputs. You want only one input. Directly immediate supervisor will do the appraisal. So you will have to distinguish the two groups because the appraiser setting change. So these are the basis to divide it, the peoples who will be appraised for groups. Another thing, the system user rights also can be defined on appraisal groups. User rights. It means, for example, we have to provide the rights. HR department will not do the appraisal for any person. Just HR department will monitor the appraisal system. So only they have not to take any action. Just they have to view the actions. Which appraisers has done the appraisal, which appraisers don't have done the appraisal, like this. So they have to view the appraisal. So this appraisal, if you will provide the group, so user writes that this group implies appraisal will be seen by this employee. You can define the rights on these groups. Another big feature for interactive appraisal we have provided here in the SmartSCM appraisal workflow. If all terminologies and all concept will be clear, then it will be very easy to understand that how the SmartSCM appraisal is working. When I will move forward to the SCM site, if you have all the concept in your mind, then it will be very easy to understand what is appraisal. So try to keep all things in your mind. If any question, you can ask it during the session, no problem. Now the appraisal workflow. Appraisal workflow, we have to describe who will be appraised by which appraisal, with which appraisers. Number of only one appraiser will appraise or multiple appraiser will appraise. You have to define. This is the one-time architecture you will define, and this architect, as per this architecture, all the years you will be doing appraisal without any settings. So in the appraisal workflow, what you will define? I read from here. Appraisal workflow defines that which employee will be appraised by which appraisers. Every appraiser weight can be defined here. Workflow can be defined on jobs. You know in the Smart SCM, architecture depends on job. Any employee you hire on a particular job. There are some job vacant and there are some job busy, but job is an entity and employee hire on the job. So job is the architecture of human resource management system. So you will define the workflow on jobs. So employee will be leaving and employee will be coming in the company, but no problem. System workflow will be working without any change because we have defined the workflow on the jobs. Also, it can be defined that would appraiser be able to see other appraisers appraisal or not. System also giving this option to you. I mean, if you don't want that one appraiser should not see the other person's appraisal, you can restrict the appraisal, and you also can show the appraisal as per the user rights. It is available in the system. I will show you. And it is also can be defined that can appraisee see the appraisal done by appraisee for himself or not. Because appraisee also can do his appraisal. And appraisee, and for the appraiser, you can restrict that he should not be able to see the other appraisal. But you want that appraiser should be able to see the appraisee appraisal. This system you can allow by the system. These all concepts are covering the appraisal workflow. Okay, now move forward to the appraisal plan screen. Now move forward to the appraisal plan concept. Appraisal plan. What is the appraisal plan in the system? Appraisal plan means now all settings done, appraisal workflow done, attributes done. You have defined all the things, all the structure in the system. Now you have to do the appraisal. So first thing you will have to create the plan for this. What does it mean, the plan? You have to pick the employee for the appraisal because structure is defined by jobs. As per the jobs, there are employees. Maybe the last year there are different employees on this job, and this year there are different employees. Some employees you have to pick for the appraisal. Some employees you don't want to pick for the appraisal. So this is called the appraisal plan. Which employee you need for the appraisal? At the beginning of appraisal period, you have to pick employees. It means you have to do the appraisal plan. So in the appraisal plan, you also define that this is monthly, quarterly, biannual, annual, or ad hoc base. Ad hoc meaning when you need it, then you can generate the plan. So at the beginning of appraisal year, at the beginning of appraisal period, you want to provide or give the targets or objectives to the employees. The employee has to achieve. All supervisors will give the targets to his subordinate or appraisee. So this is the next level after the plan generation. Now supervisor can assign the objective to the employee at the beginning of appraisal period and set the appropriate weight for every objective, as I already told you. Quantity may also be defined against the objective if having quantitative targets. And after assigning the objectives to the employee, he would be able to see the assigned objectives throughout the appraisal period. Now the time to the appraisal, performing appraisal. So as per your defined setting, if you define the setting that 360-degree appraisal, 360-degree feedback you required, multiple appraiser will do the appraisal will start. And every appraiser would be able to do the appraiser of his appraisees. And system will provide the applicable form to the appraisers having relevant appraisal types and relevant attributes and objectives as per you define the settings. Appraisee have an option to provide his comments after the appraisal done by any appraiser. And system will provide the alerts that which action is pending at your end. Appraisal result. This is the final process. After submitting the appraisal by all appraisers, the HR have a process. This is called the appraisal result process. So if after processing the appraisal result, system will generate the final score by considering all the factors as I told you, all the factors. Every field form by multiple appraisers, appraisal weightage, and all the factors, system will generate the result. This is the final conclusion of the appraisal, final evaluation, final estimation for all employees, that which employee is good, which employee is not good. This is the final result. On every stage, system will show you the different status. So I will describe you which status mean, what does the different status means. So system will provide you the 4 types of status in different stages. In progress, when system will give the in progress status, it means the status is started and there is no appraisal done. Appraisal done, it means the all appraisals submitted by all appraisals. The next status, appraisee commits done. When all appraisals done and after the appraisal done by the appraisers, the appraisee have a rights to provide his comments. He admit or not admit, he considers that appraiser have provided correct things or not. So appraisee will provide the comments. So appraisee comments, this is the next stage or next status. When all appraisals against all appraisers, if appraisee provide the comments, the system will show the appraisee comments done status. And the closed status, closed. So after final run the appraisal result process, system will close all the things, and against this appraisee, all appraisee, system will show that appraisal is closed. Another thing you will see in the system, training course recommendation. After the result, HR have a choice, that because system will suggest you that in which area employee is very good, in which area employee is weak, in which area there are need to improvement. So how the employees will be groomed. This is the part of HR. This is the responsibilities and duties of HR. So it is very easy for HR. The system automatically recommended the different training courses to the employee as per his attributes. That in these attributes he has been evaluated weak. So this course should be suggested to the employee. HR can get the recommendation from appraisal in the training system. the next, last, and most important thing, increment advice. System also suggests you the increment advice. So actually, what is the base of increment advice? We are suggesting the increment advice on curve basis. Bell curve basis, what does it mean? Actually, there are not all. If for example, you have appraised 40 implies, but you will have to distinguish. Not all implies are good. Not all implies are bad. There are mostly average implies. So you can divide the implies in different slots. So these slots for these classification is called in this classification the bell curve system can suggest the bell curve. You can define the bell curve by yourself. It means there are 10% implies the one slot. You can define this is the non-performers or lowest level implies. The 70% implies the second slot. 70% imply will be the average imply, and 20% imply will be the highest implies. So system, as per your defining bell curve, system will suggest you the increment, because you can define the increment as per the curve. You can define that the non-performers imply will get the only 2% increment. Average person implies will get the 5% increment, and top performer will get the 10% increment. You will define, and system will automatically suggest you as per the bell curve increment advice. System will suggest you, and you can give the increment as per the bell curve increment advice. Now all concepts I have told you. Now we will move. Before moving the live session, first we should know that how the 360-degree appraisal can be done with the manual forms. So
screen share me.
1 minute, let me share the screen. That's okay. 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 So how the manual forms are filled for 360-degree appraisal? So one company is arranging the 360-degree appraisal. So these are the appraisee. This one appraisee, this is the second appraisee, this is the third appraisee. So this appraisee, there are different appraisers' feedback required from his supervisor. There are the supervisor, his immediate boss or supervisor will do the objective appraisal. He will assign the objective. He will assign the objective. He will do the objective appraisal. He will do the personal appraisal, performance appraisal, and then his subordinate will also provide more subordinate. He will also provide the feedback. He can also provide his feedback. His peer also can provide his feedback. So it means there are huge exercise to compile the one result. For example, I will show you the form. This is the one form. First of all, this is the employee objectives. The appraisal session start, and this is the manual form where the appraisers and appraisee will sit together and will discuss the different things and decide to set which targets to be achieved during appraisal period. When they both will agree, they both will be agree, then these targets will be written, and the both appraisal and appraisee will give the signature that okay, we admit, and the appraisee now acknowledge that he have to achieve these targets. The weight of these targets, and if there are some targets are quantitative targets, then it will also be written in this form. This is the one manual form. Okay. After this form, this is the employee objective form. This form will be submitted to the HR, and HR will keep in his record that this employee have these targets and he has to achieve these targets. An employee also have this form. Now, at the end of appraisal period, what is the end of appraisal? This is the beginning of appraisal period, and this is the end of appraisal period. Now, the appraisal period end, December end, and now the next year start. Now, employees have to evaluate on the defined targets. So there are multiple appraisers will do the appraisal. So there are this same form required from multiple appraisers. What is the available in this form? This is the employee objective appraisal. Because there are three types of appraisal: objective, personal, and performance. So company decided that this appraisal will have a 20% weightage. This is the appraisee, Sayed Saad. This is the appraisee, and this is his appraiser. And what is the type of appraiser? This Mr. Amir Ahmed, he is the immediate supervisor of his appraiser, and his weightage, Mr. Amir Ahmed weightage for this appraisal will be counted 80%. This all information HR will provide in this form, and this is very difficult exercise because this person have a senior software engineer and company have 2,000 employees and have, for example, 500 positions. So which position have which attributes HR has to identify. So this attributes is applicable for this position. So this predefined form HR will provide to the appraiser. And now this is the actually targets, not the attributes. So these targets already this appraiser had given in the beginning of the appraisal period. So now he will appraise. Okay, what was the weightage for this objective? The weightage was 15. Okay, what was the target to achieve? Because this objective had the quantitative targets, that was the 3. So now this appraiser have to fill these achievements. That out of 3 he has achieved 2 targets as per this objective. And rating, as I told you, there are different rating criteria company may define. So this is the rating criteria. Level 5 mean exceptional, and this is the meaning of exceptional. If the employee will be evaluated as an exceptional, then he will get 5 score. Level 4, this is the meaning of level score. If employee will get the level 4 mean exceeds expectation, means he will get the 4 score like this. This is the rating scale for all objectives rating evaluation. So the appraiser has to fill one of these rating against each objective. He will define here 4, 5, 3, and the weight multiplied by rating equals to score. So 15 multiplied by 4 equals to 60. So it means employee has gotten the 60 score here, and this is the final score employee has gotten. Out of 500, employee has gotten 67%. So these all things appraiser will have to fill. After this, appraiser will provide some comments and signature, and appraisee will provide comments after appraisal done by the appraiser. So this is the single appraisal, employee objective appraisal, which is done by only single appraiser. This is the immediate supervisor. Same appraisal have to do by his peer objective appraisal. Same form also he will fill. Same form. Now another appraisal, personal appraisal. There are different attributes. This is the attribute category, and this is the attribute category. Under this category there are many attributes. Rating, Each attributes can have different rating. Rating scale, write it here. So now the employee appraiser has to fill this form. So it means one employee will be appraised by multiple appraisers and including multiple appraisal. So how much appraisal form HR will have to collect and compile the result for one employee is very difficult exercise for HR. You can see one appraisee, there are 3 appraisal forms, 336, and there are 2 subordinates will appraise. It means 12. Supervisor will appraise 15 or 16. There are 16 forms we'll have to collect, having different weightage for appraisals, different weightage of attributes, different weightage of appraisals, and HR have to compile the result. How HR will compile? It is very, very difficult exercise to distribute the different forms to the appraisers and collect the all appraisal forms and generating and compiling the result. So the HCM system is providing you the very convenient and very easy way, fully interactive appraisal, no need for any documentation, all things available in the HCM site. Now, we are looking at the live session of Smart SCM appraisal module. This is the Smart SCM appraisal management module. All concept already I have given. So now just I will open the screen and you will automatically understand what is the concept of the screen. This is the appraiser type, appraiser's types. These all are settings, one-time settings. When you will implement the appraisal system for any company, these one-time settings you will do all times. They will do the only appraisal in the ESEF. The appraisal group, already I have given you the concept of appraisal group. You will define the different groups as per your need. If all employees have to appraise with same things, all employees have a frequency annual, no need to define any more groups, but you can define multiple groups. As here, an example, we have defined 2 groups, annual appraisal management, annual appraisal non-management. Both have annual appraisal. Here, you also have many options, annual, biannual, quarterly, monthly, or ad hoc. As per the appraisal groups, in groups, this is the name of group, appraisal, annual appraisal management. Who will appraise for this group? Who will appraise? So here we have defined self, peer, subordinate, and immediate supervisor. All will appraise. And weightage of every appraisers we have defined here. Like self, employee will do the appraisal by himself, but we will not count any weightage. Just we want the feedback from the employee. So we also can set the weight as 0. Peer, one peer, we want the feedback, 20 weightage. Subordinate, there are 2 subordinates, we want the feedback from 2 subordinates, but we will not count the feedback in the final score. So we have set the weightage as 0. Immediate supervisor, we have set the weightage 80. So it means for this group, any employee will belong to this group. There are 4 feedbacks, 5 feedback actually will be required. One employee will provide his feedbacks, one for peer, 2 subordinates, and 1 immediate supervisor. This we are setting here that 5 feedbacks we required for this group. This is an annual appraisal in a year from 1st January to 31st December. Another thing we can define here that under this group, as I told you, which type of appraisal will be done. So in this group, we have provided that all type of appraisal we want, performance, objective and personal. But we have defined the weightage different, that the performance weightage 50, objective 20 and personal 30. We can set here. Another things in the group, we can define the appraisal user rights. As I told you, that these users would be able to see all appraisees, results and everything. Under this groups, these employees will be able to see all the appraisals, but not take the action, but can see all the things. These groups, okay. After the group, we can define the objective ratings. This is the form of objective rating, where we can define that the targets or objectives will be evaluated under this. The 5 rating mean highest and the lowest 1. Level 1 unsatisfactory, level 2 improvement needed, level 3 meets expectation, and the level 5 exceptional. Attributes category. In this setup, you will define the attributes category. Already I told you what is the attributes category. We will define in this setup. Appraisal attributes. As already I told you that there are 2 types of attributes, performance and personal. So for performance appraisal, you will choose the performance. And for personal appraisal attributes, you will choose the personal here. And you can define the full appraisal, full attributes definition here. What is the short name of this attribute? And these attributes under which category? You can choose the category. You already have defined the category here under the attributes category. After that, position attributes. You have to choose the position. Every position of the company, you have to define which attribute is applicable for which position. So now you are defining that for the senior software engineer, these all are attributes are applicable. And for the senior software engineer, the weightage of this attribute is 2. The weightage of this attribute is 1, like this. Now the another setup, appraisal workflow. Here you have to define who will be appraised by which appraiser. Here you have to define. So one example you can see under this group, under the annual appraisal management group, in this block, in the middle block, you will define the appraisee. Now we have defined here the one appraisee. You can see the one appraisee. We have defined here one appraisee. You can define more appraisees here. This appraisee, the name, the appraisee is Sayyad, the position of this appraisee, senior software engineer. Objective appraiser job. This mean who will assign the objective to this person. So here you will provide the person who will assign the targets to him. So you have defined the project manager will define the current project manager, the Mr. Amir. Another flag, show other appraisal. It means that this appraisee will be able to see the appraisal or not. He would not be able to see. You can restrict that you will show only the final result, or you don't want to see anything to the appraisee. Just you will evaluate. So this is also possible. And if you want that not only appraisee will see the other appraisal, but also will provide the comments against each appraisal the multiple appraiser has done. So just you will have to provide this flag as yes. So in the middle block here you have defined the appraisee and who will assign the targets to him, under this field, and this appraisee would be able to see the other appraisal or not. Here you have defined here. And in under the dependent block, the lower block, you can see, you can define here who will appraise to this appraisee. So here you can see we have defined senior software engineer position, senior software engineer job, because as I told you that job wise you can define senior software engineer job will appraise this employee as a peer. You have defined here, and the weightage will be the 20 for the peer, this peer. And also you are defining Mr. Mansoor, when Mr. Mansoor will provide, will do the appraisal of Mr. Saad. So because not only he is appraiser, there are more appraisers. Mr. Amir as a project manager, as an immediate supervisor will do the appraisal, and his weightage is 80. Another senior software engineer, Muhammad Sultan, he's as a subordinate will provide the appraiser. Another junior software engineer, also as a subordinate, will do the appraisal for this employee. And Mr. Syed Saad, by himself, as a self, he will also do his appraisal, because other appraisers are interested to see what he think about him. So another opinion required from himself. So this flag is showing this appraiser will be able to see the other appraisers. Mean Mr. Mansoor will be able to see the Mr. Amir appraisal or not, Mr. Sultan appraisal or not. If you will do the flag yes, it means he will be able to see the all other appraisers, these appraisers. Another flag show appraisee appraisal. It means Mr. Mansoor, if for example we have unchecked here, he will not be able to see the other appraisal. But we have provided the check yes here, show appraisee appraisal. It means Mr. Mansoor would be able to see the Mr. Saad appraisal, because Mr. Saad also appraiser by himself. So when Mr. Saad will do the appraisal by himself, so Mr. Mansoor will see what Mr. Saad think about himself. So after that he can do the appraisal better. So this is the appraisal workflow, complete workflow for all the jobs. If company have 2000 jobs, you have to define 2000 jobs workflow in this setup one time. This is the one time setup at the time of implementation. Okay. Another setup, training course recommendation. As I told you that you can define that in which area implies weak or in which area implies strong, and which area implies need improvement, and the system should suggest the course. So you can define here by attribute wise. So for example here you will choose the different attributes: product technical knowledge, communication skills, client relationship. You can define product technical knowledge. In this setup you can define if in the product technical knowledge implies below expectation. So it means he should be suggested for Oracle course. If performance unsatisfactory, system should also suggest the Oracle course, Oracle PLSQL course. If below expectation, system should suggest the ASP.NET Node case. If unsatisfactory, system should suggest this case. If his performance in product technical knowledge outstanding, so system should suggest the Java advanced course. Like this, you can define the improvement criteria in this training course recommendation setup.
Yes, Mr. Kamran, just I want to ask you here one thing, that once we will define these workflows on jobs, so it's mean we don't need to define on people. We will be defining only jobs, and once this jobs is changed and some other employee will come on this job, so this workflow will be implemented on him.
Already implemented, no need to again. For example, I will give you the example. You already, 1 minute. I show you the screen, so you will be easy to understand. As I told you, this is a one-time structure, because you can define, you are not defining here Mr. Syed Sattail Hussain, no. These all fields are displayed only. You will define the jobs here, like you are defining HR, we can take the manager HR position. Manager HR. Okay, so this is a job. Currently, there is no employee on this job. System is showing what is the current employee. So you already defining in system that for this job, you can define these appraisee will appraise. For each appraisee, you have to define these jobs will appraise the appraisal for this job. So these field only showing just for displaying if this employee will move to another job or will resign the company and will leave the company, then system will show in the next year or next time system will show the current employee on this job. So this workflow will show always the latest status in this field as per these jobs. So no need to change the job, because you are defining that senior software engineer will be appraised by these jobs as this job will do the appraisal as per peer. This job will do appraisal as per immediate supervisor. So no need to define again and again. I think hope it will be clear. Yes, Mr. Salman.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. Now the next and last setup, as I told you, increment advice system can suggest you the increment advice as per the bell curve concept. So you have to define the distribution for the employees by yourself. So you can define the distribution in 3 splits or 5 splits or 7 splits. Normally, mostly companies define the splits in 3 or 5 maximum. So here in example, we have defined that this is the payroll group. We can define the splits on payroll groups, that all contractual employees for this company, system should suggest all 20% distributions. It means there are, for example, 100 employees in the company. So as per the score, top 20 employees will get the 25% increment, and the 60% mean next 60%, 60 employees will get the 15% increment, and bottom 20% employees will get the 10% increment. So system will advise the increment as per this setup. You can do by yourself. You can define bell curve by yourself. So now the appraisal, all setups are done. Now the time to select the employees for appraisal. This is called the appraisal plan. Appraisal plan generation. In this plan generation, just you have to pick the employees. But this is not the big deal every after year. Why? Because this is only the directly button. I am showing you the already defined data. You have a button. You will find the button add all button. So in the plan, because in the group, as per the appraisal group, you already chosen who will be appraised. In the workflow, you already have defined that who will appraise for which employee. In the workflow already defined. So as per the workflow, if you will press the add all button, system automatically will show all the employees as per the workflow here, all the current employees on these jobs, because you have defined the workflow on the jobs. The system now will pick all the employees here in the list. And after just pressing the add all button, system pick the employee. Now there are some more actions button here. Now, because this is a completely interactive appraisal, so there are two choices. One choice, HR will enter the data in SCM site. So they are screens available. Employee objective, objective appraisal, performance appraisals. These screens are available. But if you will press the start button, here system will use the start button. Start appraisal in ESS. Just you will press the start appraisal in ESS. System will start the appraisal in ESS, and all appraisers will get the notification that they have to appraise. And as per the notification, they will appraise the relevant appraisees in the ESS side. And you also can, or HR, because this form is under the HR custody. So HR also can, in any time HR don't want to continue, or at that time want to stop the appraisal. During the appraisal, HR can stop this appraisal in ESS. And same things, another button available, start objective in ESS. As I told you that at the beginning of appraisal period, the appraisers has to assign the targets or objective to the employees. So just HR will press this button. Now the objective phase is started, and all appraisers will get the notification that they have to appraise the employees. They have to assign the targets to the employees, and they will call his appraisee and will discuss and decide the targets and just put all the ESS side. Now I will directly moving forward to the ESS side after this button. Okay. Now HR has pressed first the flow. HR will press the start objective phase in the appraisal start period, and in the end of the appraisal period, HR will start the appraisal phase. Now I started both phases. So we would be this button out of appraisal button Mr. Usman is asking, but I will tell you after the ESS side, because this button is related with the HCM side. But HCM sites I will describe you later how you would and how you will do the appraisal in ESS site. This button is relevant with this. These two buttons related with ESS. Now I am moving forward to the ESS directly. Okay. So now HR start the appraisal and start the objective phase. Now how all the employees will get the intimation. When Mr. Syed Saad will log in the employee self-service system, the dashboard will show you that there are 3 actions pending at your end. When he will press the dashboard 3 actions, system will use you the 3 records. There are multiple actions pending at Syed Saad Tahir Hussain end because he is logging. What action? System is showing action button enabled. It means there are some actions pending. So he will see. This is the employee Muhammad Sultan. What action pending? When he will see, yes, he will have to fill the appraisal and he will have to do the appraisal. Mr. Shudat, Mr. Syed Saad has to take action. He has to assign objective because he did not assign the objective to him. Still, he did not assign. So action is pending. And after assigning, also he has to do the appraisal for this supervisor, for this appraisee. And now Mr. Syed Saad also can see his name under this list. So what does it mean? My comments. It means Mr. Syed Saad Tahir Hussain appraisal done by different appraisers done. And he has to provide some comments that he agree or not agree, like comments. These all actions he can see here and he can take the action. Very easy to take the action. Now, One by one, I show you how he can take the action. Mr. Syed Saad, he is the appraiser and he has to do the appraisal of Muhammad Sultan. Mr. Syed Saad is want to appraise, he will press the fill appraisal button. System will show, automatically system will show the complete form. In this form, system is showing all attributes and he has to provide the appropriate rating, what he want to give. For example, Mr. Saad, consider him outstanding in client relationship management, he can fill. But Mr. Syed Saad want to see why he should give the outstanding. Here is a rating scale guide. He can see. Outstanding means 5 score he is giving. And why he should give in, it means employee have a performance. Employee have a performance is consistently superior, then he can give the outstanding performance and so on. System automatically provided the score. If Mr. Saad have some comments against this attribute, he also can provide the comments. Very easy method. He can reduce or enlarge the comment box size. All attribute system is showing under the attribute category. All attributes relevant with communication. These attributes related with discipline. These attributes related with flexibility and so on. Complete form he will have to fill. And this is there are 3 types of appraisal. This is the performance appraisal and objective appraisal. Why not the personal appraisal? Because personal appraisal is not applicable for this employee. So system is not showing. Only he has to fill the performance appraisal. He will fill this appraisal. He will fill the objective appraisal. And after that, he will submit this form. If he don't want to submit and he just want to save this and he will submit later, so no problem. He also can save and in later stage, he can submit. System also showing this performance appraisal has a 70 weightage. Objective appraisal has a 30 weightage. System also showing. And system also showing to Mr. Saad that total weightage, 100% weightage, Mr. Saad has a 100% weightage. There is no other supervisor. System is showing against this. Okay. Mr. Saad want to assign the objective to the Mr. Shujat. Okay. When he will assign, add new objective, he will assign the objective 1. Objective 2, objective 3, and he will submit these objectives.
He will not define weightage and target?
Yes, here he is defining the weightage also, not only the objective. Objective, weight, and targets. Already I told you what is the meaning of weight and target. Just you have to define here. This is the screen.
In target, he will define number or what?
Target is quantitative targets actually.
Correct.
For example, as I given you the example, the objective is have to achieve 5 product sale in Medina region. This is the target. Okay. What is the target or objective for this weight? For example, 30. You have to complete the 100 weight. In target, 5. So you also mentioning. So when you will do the appraisal, you will have to also mention that how much he achieved. The quantitative target is 5, but achievement you will provide at the time of appraisal. So more objectives as per the discussion with the appraisee and the appraiser. So appraiser are setting these targets to the appraisee in this form.
These objectives can be given on daily basis as well or no? Or weekly basis or monthly basis?
This is the concept. This is not the assignment. This is the objectives.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because see, for example, this appraisal we are doing one time in a year. Okay. For example, if we have some requirement where client is asking that he want to define the target on daily basis, that this person he need to do on daily basis this target.
This is not the target, this is the assignments. The difference is the targets in the assignments. Assignment can be defined daily. This is the appraisal. Who in the world, which company can do the appraisal daily? No company. We are now discussing the appraisal, not we are discussing the assignments. Okay. So if you can give the example in any company in the world that can do the appraisal daily, but in our system also no problem. But in our system also no problem. As I told you that in the appraisal group, you can define the frequency. We also have given you the frequency ad hoc. What does it mean? Any daily, you can define the targets daily in this group. No problem for you. Where, as I told you, in the appraisal group. So you will have to define a different group if you want to define the different targets. No problem, you can define. This is the appraisal groups in the setups. Appraisal group. You will if you will define the appraisal groups and you will define the ad hoc here, it means system will ask the date and you will define the daily targets and daily dates. No problem. If you will define the ad hoc here, annual means system will ad hoc means system will take the dates, but other frequency means system will not take the dates. System will continue from previous month or from previous year or from previous biannual period like this. So in our system also possible. No problem. Okay. So because this appraisal in the group we have defined this is annual. So it means we have to close the targets at January and we have to appraise on December. This we have described here. This is the concept. Okay. Now, another things, employee also can see other appraiser or other appraiser results. So now Mr. Saad want to see that how much appraisers have given the marks to him. He can view full appraisal here. He during the appraisal period he can see the objectives assigned to him. He can see this objective assigned to him, assigned to me, and weightage is 15 and targets is 3. Okay, I have to achieve. He will be working in whole year and he will try to achieve the targets. Full targets he will be on the appraisee screen all the period. He can see here. Because some appraisers have done his appraisal, he can see the summary of appraisal here. He is a Mr. Saad. He can see currently because as I told you that after appraisal result process, when HR will run the final process of appraisal result, final process, then the result will be final. Still result is provisional. System is showing the current result is this. As in the appraisal, personal appraisal, the weightage of personal appraisal is 30. The maximum marks for personal appraisal is 90. He has obtained 69 marks. He has obtained 77%. In the performance appraisal, his performance, as you can see. In the objective appraisal, you can see his performance this. And there are 360-degree appraisal, multiple appraisals. He can see. Mr. Amir, he has given 76.67%. Mr. Amir has given in the performance appraisal 74%. Mr. Amir has given objective 67%. Mr. Amir has he was his immediate supervisor and his weightage is 80%. And Mr. Amir appraisal done. Now he has done and he has submitted the appraisal. So he here appraisee also have comments provided. Mr. Saad also provided comments. Here only appraisal done. Appraisal done. If he want to see the detail, just he will click. System will show the full appraisal of Mr. Amir. Mr. Saad can see how much marks the Mr. Amir has given to him. On which appraisal he can see. In the personal appraisal, he given these marks. In the performance appraisal, he has given the feedback. In the objective appraisal, this is the feedback. Also, in same screen, he can change the other appraiser. Mr. Mansoor, as a peer, he also has done Mr. Saad appraisal. He can see. Yeah. Whole result after finalizing the result, where HR can finalize the result. This is the process appraisal result process in the HCM end. What HCM? Here HR currently this appraisal from 1st Jan 2016 to 31st December 2016. This is a provisional result. But if HR will do the final, then all results will be closed and system will show the final percentage to all appraisees. And after that, after finalization, the process, if any appraiser has not done the appraisal, so system after that system will not allow to do, and all pending status will be removed after this process. And after and in the as I told you, in the appraisal groups, we also can give the rights to some persons, for example, HR. So in same screen, HR can see the appraisal for a whole company or whole groups if we will give the rights. So HR can see by filtering that he only want the appraisal, their action required. So HR can ask why you have not done the status. He can filter by action required. He can filter by dates. He can filter by the plan groups. So HR will see the appraisal for whole company or as per that rights provided by the company. After submitting this appraisal, all appraisals also will be available in the HCM site in these screens. Employee objective screen. In employee objective screen, I think there is some issue in the screen. In this screen, all objectives submitted by the appraisers, system will show here. In objective appraisal, system will show the objective appraisal here. And performance and personal appraisal, system will show all performance and personal appraisal in this screen. So after submitting the result, system will show all the appraisal here. And these all are the transaction screen. If any company don't want to take the ESS, no problem. They also can put the all appraisal data here. But it is a difficult exercise for HR. But if any company not interested in the ESS, also can do the appraisal here. It is available in the system. And the last screen is the appraisal increment advice, where after pressing the generate. So this is the now last screen, appraisal increment advice here. By pressing the generate increment advice button, because this button now we have generated advice. This button is available here, generate increment advice button. When you will press the generate increment advice button and authorize the record, system automatically will suggest the list. Now we have prepared the list, and automatically system will suggest that this is the current basic salary and this is the final basic salary as per the increment bell curve as you defined in the increment bell curve advice. And after authorizing these records, payroll automatically will give the increment as per this advice. So okay, now I have defined whole appraisal system. If any participant have any questions, he can ask me.
I think it was very good and very informative. Plus, it looks very easy after after being interactive appraisal, especially by using the ESS.
I think this is just one-time exercise, and after completion of this exercise, we can use very easily this whole process, whole workflow.
Okay. Mr. Ranjit. would you like to add your comments, please?
Yes, Mr. Kumar, it was a nice session, and I think it's better than what we see in the version 3. So the remaining thing is that we need to have some hands-on practice.
Thank you.
So the other thing I was little confused about the system uses the different version. So I don't know whether all these features are there in the Alpha 1 which we're having now.
Actually, some features we have added in this version. Currently, you would not be able to see in your version these features. Actually, we have added the features regarding the interactive appraisal.